Guys, I finally figured out why they did this to me, this country. Do you know what these countries are based on? This video, discretion advised, got a lot of coarse language in it. These countries are based on a bunch of pussies trying to be dicks and a bunch of small dicks trying to be pussies. They don't want a real man in this country. This is what they do to real men in the West because they are a threat to their system. They're intelligent, they're tough, they're ballsy, they fight to the death. I want you guys in this video to look at every single man you see in it, and if he looks like a real man or a pussy. You tell me. Now I finally figured out why they did this to me all these years. They don't want real men. They want pussies that bend over in this country, that will get paid to go talk someone's ears off or move their hands up and down like a fucking clown. Or go pretend they're doing construction in the next apartment and make noise unnecessarily to drive him out of his apartment, or so he can get up early, so they can wake him up early. I'm so excited today. This is one of the greatest days because I finally realized who I really am and why I'm a targeted individual. Never forget, guys, they target you for a reason. Because you are a real man. And if you're a woman, they target you because you are a real woman. These countries, do you know what they want here? A bunch of pimps and whores. They don't want real men and women. That's what they want. Those are the people, they give them money, they let them advance. You know? Whenever they see a real man, they do this to him. They surround him with people talking nonsense. They get paid by the government to do that to him. You know what I mean? Because they don't want a real man. It's a threat to them. They want to take you down. They want you to be demotivated. People talking around you and noise the whole time so you're stressed out. They don't want you to move forward. They blocked me from everything. Even in my business, when I've made so much money in it before, they've done the impossible to block me. They don't want real men. They want pussies and small dicks that want to be pussies. That's what these countries are about. Look at the look on this guy. Tell me if he looks like a real man. Look at this guy. He looks like a woman. Just come. In this video, I'm going to be pretty crude. I'm going to be pretty harsh. You know what I mean? And I'm going to show you guys the truth of what this is. You know? I'm going to show you the truth. I'm sorry. I'm going to be very rough in this one. You know what I mean? I'm going to be hardcore, straight to the point. I'm going to show you guys what these countries are about. You know, what they want you to look at. That's what they do. That's what they want you to look at. Remember the FedEx trucks. They love them too much. They put them in front of me all day long. Would you call a guy who's walking on the street trying to bother you a real man? I mean, look, they trained the animals to bother you. And you know what? They train other types of animals to bother you too. We call them gang stalkers, human beings, but they're not. Guys, if you get trained and you do exactly what they tell you with no objections, then you're a slave. They don't want people like, look at this guy running to make a buck. Would you call that a real man? Please tell me. Would you call that a real man? A gang stalker. That's not a real man. Look how they train the pigeons to be around me everywhere I go. Going crazy. They throw them the bird feed before I get there, or, you know. Look. So that way when there's not that many people around, there's always birds or pigeons. That's what happens. The birds and pigeons don't come with people. If there are a lot of people or a lot of cars, you don't see the birds and the pigeons. Even planes in the sky, guys. Look how they train them. Look. To come and whoosh, cross my path just like people do. But today is an amazing day. I finally realized the main reason why they did this to me. Because I don't take shit. Because I know if something's right, and I know it's right in my mind, I'll fight everybody to make it happen. I'm not stupid. I don't bow down and bend over. That's the problem in these countries. That's the problem with the West. And they've done that to the East now, to a lot of countries in the East. They turned them like the West. They don't want real men and women, guys. They want pimps and hoes and drug addicts. And people that just do anything to go buy an apple. That would bend over just to fill up their bellies. Lowlifes. With no spirit, no heart, nothing. Just food and garbage. Garbage of people, man. Whether they're immigrants, whether they're born here, it don't matter. It's the kind of person we're talking about here. They attack you because of your genealogy, because of your genes, because of what you represent, what you stand for. That's how they try to take you down, in a cowardly, invisible way. So you're gonna tell me that real men run this country? No real man would do this. That's a pimp. Worse. At least the pimp has one nut. Let's be honest with each other. Let's be straight up today. Let's cut all the fucking bullshit and political correctness around and just cut it out. And be straight up. Real women like real men, and real men like real women. And the rest are just a bunch of fucking toys. This is what they don't want. A guy like me to rise. A guy like me, when I was in my early 20s, 21, 22, I opened up a business and made over $60,000 a month. So they blocked me and threw me in jail for no reason. With no fucking experience, no education on the internet, just picked it up, bought a laptop, learned everything in a couple of months and did it. They don't want people like this here. They want this fucking guy that's coming. Look at the head on him. Look at the way he walks. You call that a real man? No, because he doesn't have the balls to stop and tell me to my face who he is. This is the face of a real man. This is the voice of a real man. The one who's walking now, saying whatever the fuck he wants to anybody. Excuse me. That's not a real man, by the way. The guy who coughs and smokes too much. That's a weakness. This is what these countries are about, guys. Look at the pigeons. Look what they do. Look at this guy. You call this a real man? A guy who does something like this? Guys, excuse me to say this, but bicycles, I never like to ride bicycles. They're not designed for men. They do some serious harm to your nuts, guys. Trust me when I tell you, okay? I know there are a lot of good cyclists out there. Some of them may be great people. Don't be offended. But I don't feel like a man when I ride a bicycle. You know, I want to sit on a seat and spread my legs and relax. That's why I'm targeted. Because of those things in me. That I won't just say anything to the authority, bend over and take it up the ass. Oh, this is so nice. If it's like this all the time, I won't even film videos anymore. I got lucky here. Maybe they ran out of people. Give them 5 minutes. They'll bring in the backups. They didn't have this area prepped. They had it the other way, because you could go the other way too. Don't worry, they'll come up with something here. That's what they don't want in these countries, guys. Real men. That's a threat to them. This is amazing. It's so beautiful. I love this. But they still throw the odd pigeon. There you go, there's a car over there. They'll start. I never see this. This is heaven. I never experienced this for like a minute. Look, but they could still got the birds running around and the pigeons and... Here we go. You call this a real man? Look at him, look. Driving to some place to bother someone with his car. Look. Look at the face. Call this a real man? What a pussy. a real man doing a job that a 9-year-old woman can do easily, how can he even look at himself in the mirror the next morning? Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him. Just look at him. Just look at his physicality, the way he walks. There's no manhood in there. You know, you could see it. These are the kind of people they want here, guys. Because they're easily fucking fooled and persuaded with a couple of bucks. They'll do anything. And they'll throw them a bone after and they're happy. These are the kind of dogs they want in these countries, you know? That's how it is, guys. It's a shame, but it's true. You know? Now, I'm happy today because there's very few countries on the planet that they require a visa for a Canadian citizen. Very few. And usually you get it, especially if you're like me, you have no criminal record, you got nothing, you know, wrong with anything. Now this one I don't blame her, you know. When you get too hungry, you can't help it. You got to make some money somehow, some way. Sorry guys, I didn't mean that, but for this one, this individual herself, I did. But not to the big women. I actually like big women, to be honest with you. I don't mind them. You know, it's got nothing to do with the way you look. But I have to say those things because they deserve it. You know, they gotta know who they are at least if they want to bother people, that they're not real men. At least they gotta know that much. You know what I mean? So they can put their head down when they walk, not up. Because those are the ones that deserve to put their head down. And I'm the one who deserves to put his head up. Because why? Nature says that. My genealogy. This is why they do this to me here in these fucking countries. In almost every single country on the planet now. There are no more leaders. It's all it's a charade out there. So, it's been great. This is a great video. It was nice and quick. Oh, the birds, they got the birds over there. Look, as soon as I looked that way. So I realized, by the way, it's in my eye, the implant. I had laser eye correction, you know, surgery. I had two, one in 96, one in 2002. And they tell you they invented this one. It's called dust, the microchip. It's like a dot. They said they invented in 2007. Bullshit. Whatever they tell the public that this was invented, it means it was invented and applied 20 years before that. That's how they work, these guys. All right? It's in my eye. They injected in with a syringe. And I remember the doctor telling me, look down so they could see a big area, that white side of the eye. I don't know what it's called, the white area. And he injected it in. And I could see the hole in my eye after the surgery, believe it or not. Well, you tear for about a day or two. You can't stop tearing after the surgery. Dumbest fucking move I've ever done. I got microchipped, for fuck's sakes. Anyways, you could look that up on the internet. If you don't believe me, there's huge articles, not one article, articles on it. And showing you the website, something track, something where you could download a program where you could track me if you have my IP address. As soon as you leave the doctor's office, when you get that surgery done, the satellite picks it up and gives it an IP address, and you're just tracked on the GPS after that, tracked everywhere you go. And for these people, in order to be able to stalk me like this, they download this program and they see you like a dot, like a sonar, a red dot moving, and that's how they know where you are. I found out everything last night. I looked it up. Look it up, guys, if you don't believe me. And they keep on coming at a time where there should be nobody here running across the street. Look at the running. Do you know why they run? Because running hypes you. They want to raise your stress level, your blood pressure. That's the tactic of running. You know, across the street too, everywhere. I just see them spread out everywhere. That's what gang stalking is, guys. When they're far away from you, it's even better. Because you could spot them in the corner of your eyes. There's always something moving, cluttering your view. That's what depresses you. That's what tenses you. It's a stressor. When you're being stressed 24/7 for a week or 2 or 3, you start to get depressed. This is a science to depress that they are applying on the whole planet on a grand scale, but lightly. not the way they do it to individuals like me. It's right on you. You know what I mean? So people are always stressed out. They can't think. They can't figure things out about how the system is screwing them, taking away their money and enslaving them and keeping them stressed the whole time with noise. Unnecessary one. Most of the congestion you see, guys, in any country you go to, that busyness, half of those or even more are just government people there to stock it up, talk nonsense, and make noise. Those are not normal people. Trust me, check out the YouTube videos and calculate. You'll figure it out. Any country. All right? That's what they're planning to do to dominate us, to rule us. This way they can divide the good. If we go downtown, I don't know, I'm going to meet someone, I want to meet people. This will divide them. The noise, the busyness, you don't even spot each other anymore. All right? Here we go with the wheelchairs, all of them. They're starting, they don't even look like real men. Who would do this job? Look at them. I want them to hear that. I want these men to hear that, to know themselves. This one I see her 3 times a week. At least 3 times a week. I know her. She used to come to my building too. But there's another one over there. Look, here they surround me. So this is a science to depress, guys. All right? It's when you're surrounded always by something that resembles, not the elderly, but sickness. That's why the coughing, they do a lot of dry coughing around you, because it resembles sickness. All right? Anyways, I'm going to go inside the store, do my business, and if I see something interesting on the way back home, I'll let you know. I'll turn the phone back on. See you soon. Be good.